Have you ever felt?
Are you listening?
What's up, Studio Shade? I am so excited. It's been such a long time since I've been on YouTube. I just want to welcome you to the Studio Shade podcast, okay? We are here to get fine, okay? This is the year of our Lord 2019. And I want to know, what are you doing to make sure that you're staying fine, okay? What are you doing? How have you contributed to your fineness? Let me tell you what I've been doing. I've been drinking my water, okay? I've been drinking my water. And so much so that when I don't drink my water, I start to feel a little crazy. And so I just need y'all to tell me how y'all been fine. Leave it down below. And since we're talking about leaving things down below, make sure you subscribe if you have not already subscribed. Also hit the bell so you can be notified when I post a new podcast. I've been doing other things too though, like water is one thing, but I've also been making a conscious effort to eat one salad a day at least. One salad a day, like whatever that looks like. If it's fancy or if it's just kind of plain, like I've been making an effort to do that because your body needs those things. And so it's like, girl, just what is that? That's nothing. That's nothing. You got the lettuce, and if you don't eat it, guess what? You will have the lettuce and it'll go bad in your fridge because you don't want to eat it. But listen, one salad a day when you can eat whatever else you want, like that's important. So that's what I've been doing this week. Next week, it may be something different. I tell you one thing though, it will include water, okay? Water will be included in my regimen, okay? I just need y'all to know. All right, let's get to it. So, if you follow me on Instagram, shameless plug, Jishirll Janeesa, okay? Follow me. Every Tuesday, I have been posting questions. And my first question was, is $200 too much to spend on a first date? Okay, a first date. Date number one, okay? Y'all are crazy, okay? I left it pretty open because I wanted y'all to be able to share with me what you thought. Like, not just yes or no is too much, but I wanted to know why. Now, let me tell you, let me get my phone, okay? Because I'm going to just share with y'all first what y'all told me. First off, yes, one. Yes, that's too much, one. But it was 61 to 36, okay? 36 of y'all told me that no, that's not too much. So people wanted clarity, okay? They wanted me to clarify, like, are we just talking about the whole date? Are we talking about preparing, getting dressed? No, just the date itself. Like, you meet someone, y'all go on a date for the first time, and that date's $200. What I love about this is I have my male followers on Instagram and my female followers contribute. And y'all males came through, and I appreciate that because I want to know, like, are y'all really out here spending $200 on the first date? And do you expect her to split it? Like, that's a whole nother thing that, we could probably touch on. But like, ladies, what are your expectations going into a first date? Is that too much for you? And then men, are you going to really drop $200 on someone that you just met? Anyway, listen, okay. So I'm doing too much. One of my male followers said, my first date, we are going to Chick-fil-A. It's holy and will tell me if she is the one or not. Chick-fil-A. Listen, I don't even like Chick-fil-A. I know y'all probably coming for me, and I don't care. Every time I eat that, it makes me sick, okay? I do like their waffle fries. I do like their frosted lemonades. I don't need y'all to tell me how holy Chick-fil-A is because I've heard it, okay? I understand. I understand what you're saying. And I used to think it was holy until it started making me sick. So I can't eat that. That's not a part of my fine regimen, okay? And if it's a part of yours, then that's fine, but it's not mine, okay? One of my other male followers said, as long as she pays for the next $200 date, match my bag, shawty. Listen, I cannot. So you're down if she gonna get the next one. Okay, I feel it. I also had another male follower say, that's $150 over my budget. And I can respect that. Like, I'm not gonna get into what I think yet, okay? I also had some of my female followers say, listen, A perfect first date can be $20. It can also be $200. They don't feel like it needed to be one way or the other. I also had some other female followers that were like, listen, all my dates, every date I go on is at least $100. So $200's nothing. Listen, I asked her, I said, ma'am, how you know? You splitting the bill? How you know how much every single date you go on is? Let me know, okay? Are you splitting the bill, okay? And guess what she told me? She said no, but she always sneaks and looks. Listen, if you gonna pick up the envelope and sneak and look, baby, you better put in on this, okay? Listen, if I was a male and saw her sneaking, looking at the price, listen, I'm gonna want you to put in. You got 5 on it? You got 5 on it, because that's what I need to know, okay? Don't be looking if you ain't ready. Don't even touch it if you ain't ready to contribute, okay? That's my motto. That's my motto. Don't touch the envelope unless you're ready to put in on this, okay? That's all I'm saying. I also had some people talk about first date at STK. Yes, let him bless you. Listen, I love STK. If y'all don't know what STK is, it's a pretty high-end restaurant. And it's good. And the vibe, that's the vibe. The vibe is amazing, okay? They play the best music. The food's amazing. You can dance. You can do all of that. So shameless plug, STK, you're lit. We appreciate you. Someone also said if you can afford to do it and your finances are in order, then absolutely. But if you're spending your rent money to take someone on a $200 date, then that is way too much money to be spending. And maybe you shouldn't go on dates. I mean, I don't know. That's what I interpret it as. I don't know. Listen, I'm going to just read what y'all said and not try to add what I think you was trying to say, okay? One of my other male followers, I believe this was a male, he said, way too much, shaking my head. 40 to 60 is reasonable for me. And I think, I'm like, okay, $40 or $60, you can kind of you could go, I don't know, listen, okay, this is what I was thinking. Like, when he said that, I was like, when I go out on my own, I probably with food, like if I get dessert, whatever, it's probably around $28 to $32, right? And that's if I'm like going, I can obviously spend less than that, but that's if I'm going, out. And so I was like, okay, well, I could see how you could be in that budget, like, cool. Someone also asked me, listen, y'all, I guess I was not clear, and so I will be sure to be a little more clear. I was also asked, are we counting the Uber to and from the place, drinks, dinner, and a tip? And I'm like, yo, if it's a first date, I want to meet you there, okay? You're not, listen, I know it's chivalrous to come and pick me up at my front door and drive me, but bruh, I don't know you, right? This is my first date, right? So I'm thinking like, if I know you, if I went to school with you, if I've seen you around, if I know you enough to be like, okay, he's not crazy, then that's fine, okay? Like, you can come pick me up and do all that. Now, however, if I meet you at the gym last week, you ain't coming to my house to pick me up. I'm gonna meet you in a public location. Send me your location. I'm just saying, listen, I don't know. I'm just a little bit weird like that, I guess. I think that $200 on a first date, if you have it and you want to spend $200, listen, that's fine. But guess what? That sets the bar for me. Like, in my head, I'm like, this is the first time we're going out. Like, from here, it's going to be popping, like, every time. And not that I, like, want you to spend that. I feel like that is a lot of money to spend on someone that you don't know, okay? First dates go horrible all the time. All the time. Like, one of my friends went on a first date and the guy's card declined and she had to end up paying for the entire thing. And so I'm like, yo, you would be so hot. You sitting here telling me, all these ladies was telling me, no, it's not too much. Listen, and I do think I'm worth it. I'm popping. It's a lituation over here, okay? I think I'm worth a $200 first date. However, all y'all was saying that. However, I'm like, yo, if the card declined and you had to pay that $200, you would be so mad. So I'm just saying, like, a first date, scenario. I walk into the gym. I'm lifting. I see you. You see me. I see you seeing me. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, yo, can I get your number? Whatever. I give you my number. Say it's a Thursday. Say the next Friday you want to take me on a date. And I'm like, okay, cool. You're going to drop $200 on me? It could go horrible. It could go horrible. Like, it's just, I'm like, third date, $200 is acceptable. The first date, listen, if you're not sure how the person can be, listen, just take them to Starbucks, okay? Brothers, you can pick the first date. Girls are not, there are some girls that be like, oh no, I want this and that and this. And I understand like y'all's level of like, some girls just date to get a free meal. Most girls are not dating to get a free meal, okay? A lot of us are not doing that. And so I just feel like if you're just trying to get to know her, like $200 is a lot. And if you're dropping $200 on me, listen, I'm gonna ask what you think is about to happen. Ain't nothing popping after this, bruh. We about to just go our separate ways. That's why we drove separately. We ain't driving in the Uber together. You ain't picking me up. We ain't doing that. There ain't no nightcaps over here, okay? If you drop $200 on me, just know we ain't doing nothing that night, okay? Nothing. So that is my opinion on the $200. I think that is too much for a first date. If you have it, if you know this person, if God told you this is your wife, if God told you this is your husband, you better drop that $200, okay? Drop it. But if not, if you just trying to impress and be out here trying to act like you got it, maybe you do got it. But there's so many other things that we can do for way less than $200. You can still take me to dinner. If you want to get to know me and take me to dinner, fine. But like, it still wouldn't touch $200. I had also people saying like, what if we went to a concert? First off, a concert for a first date is crazy. How you getting to know me? Like, first off, depending on who it is, I ain't even listening to you. Like, if it's Chris Brown, don't take me to a Chris Brown concert for the first date, because you might be obsolete, bro. I'm gonna be like this. Okay, so, you know, as I was getting these answers in and thinking, don't let anybody like determine your worth, okay? Just because if you do go on dates or you don't go on dates and it goes well, it doesn't go well, like, don't let anybody determine your worth. Like, you're incredible, you're amazing, and whether a man is willing to spend a $200 on you on a first date or $20 on you on a first date, none of that matters. Like, that does not define you, and it doesn't even define him, really. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. And so I just wanted to share with you guys, like, listen, you don't have to be a dater. If dating's not your thing, cool. Like, it's love. If dating is your thing, fine. It's love. Like, it doesn't matter. But don't let the outcome of you dating or not dating define you as a person. Like, oh, I don't get dates. People don't ask me on dates because they don't think that I'm cute enough, or I'm not this enough, or my butt's not big enough, or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. And the person that God has for you will come and be for you and be about you. So none of that matters. And if you getting $200 dates, listen, boo, do your thing. Like, no judgment here. I just think that that's a lot of money for something that could go horribly wrong. And listen, fellas, if y'all trying to spend $200, listen, I'm not judging you. I had a lot of men be like, yo, no. But I also had men that were like, $200 is nothing to me on a first date. Like, if we're eating, we're getting drinks, we're bowling. I'm like, bowling? And he's like, yeah, bowling's a lot. And I'm like, bowling's like $7. I mean, I don't know, but different places, you know. I'm like, okay, I get it. And so I understand that, but I just don't want anyone to feel like they have to go on dates and be this certain person in order to be accepted. That's a wrap. That's my first episode. Tune in tomorrow.